Hey folks, this is Donnie. I own webdesignworld.com. I am here to show you how to install a website on your own without any coding knowledge whatsoever. Show you how to get your website hosting, how to get your domain name, install WordPress easily on your website host, and then install all the required plugins so you can build your very own website without having to go hire outside help to do that for you. So as you can see here, we're going to create this website right here. This is just a dummy domain name that I purchased, mywebdesigntutorials.com, and we're going to go through and we're going to show you how we installed this site. Then we're going to show you how to edit this website just easily by point and click. I can even show you how I can go and download images straight into the website without going anywhere to any other websites to get these images. Easily update this website using point and click options, and then we'll show you in the dashboard, we'll show you how to secure your WordPress dashboard to make sure that we do our best to prevent anybody from getting into your website, things like that. All the essential plugins required to be installed. Also, if you go over to webdesignworld.com, we have a ton of courses that are free, and we're still in the process of creating these courses right now. But another great benefit of this is that I've created a community over here that you can go and interact with other members. So that way, if you got questions, you can ask those questions on how to do something. If you're stuck somewhere, you can simply go there and ask. That's where I will answer your questions as well. We'll go over to our web hosting. We'll purchase web hosting, which is only $4 a month, very affordable. Then I'll show you some tools like Photopea, where you can edit your images. Then we got a favicon generator where you can upload the little icons that show up at the top of the tabs for your browser. Then we'll show you how to edit your images using some software where you can convert images from PNG, JPEG to WebP format, how to reduce your image sizes down using other desktop software that can easily take and reduce your images down without you having to upload them online to do so. We'll show you how to purchase other domain names that you may want. Maybe you can't find the domain name, so we can just go, for instance, enter in web design, and then it'll show you available domain names that you could easily purchase, as well as some that you could pay an extra price for. We'll take you over to Flippa, show you how you could purchase domain names. Maybe you can't find the domain name you want, somebody else owns it. You can go over here to Flippa and actually purchase that domain name. And then we also have auctions at GoDaddy. Maybe you can get a great price on a domain name. Here are deleted domain names, as well as a marketplace that's filled with thousands of domain names that you can just go to one central location and find the perfect domain name that you're looking for. We'll go over some SEO options like Ubersuggest right here that I use. You can look up plenty of any website that you want, including your own, track your traffic, figure out what keywords that you're ranking for, and as well as finding opportunities, coming up with content ideas. If I wanted to type in web design, it could give me some content ideas, so things I could write for so I can attempt to rank for as well. Then we'll talk about Google Ads. We can do some keyword planning here. We're also going to talk about ChatGPT while I'm talking about keywords and how to write some of your articles. If you have a hard time writing articles, you can come up with some good content. We'll go over how to discuss how to format those articles for you. We'll talk about Search Console, where you can get your website indexed by Google and keep up with, make sure that you got everything as far as your sitemap uploaded. And we'll also talk about Google Analytics, track all the traffic that you got coming in, and just different ways to analyze your website traffic and the data, so that way you can improve your search engine rankings. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hit that like and subscribe button for me if you will. The videos aren't polished like some of them out there. I'm just getting started with these, but I get straight to the point and I show you exactly what you need to know to get your website up and running. And I look forward to working with you. Hey folks, in this video we're going to talk about website hosting and domain names. So in order to get your website online, you need to have hosting, and obviously you need to get a domain name. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about website hosting. We come over to ionis.com, where I've been hosting for over 15 years now, and what we're going to do is we're going to scroll over hosting, And we're going to talk about the different kinds of hosting. So the main types of hosting that we'll have, especially when we're dealing with WordPress, we're going to talk about shared hosting. They also have VPS hosting, and then there's dedicated hosting. But you can see the dedicated servers are right over here. So you also see VPS and dedicated servers. So shared hosting is basically it's a web hosting solution where you got multiple websites that are hosted on a single server. So all the websites are sharing the resources such as storage, bandwidth, and processing power. It's cost-effective hosting option, that's ideal for small websites and beginners due to simplicity and low cost. It may cause some slowness in the server performance and limited customization options, but shared hosting is typically managed, meaning the hosting provider takes care of the server maintenance and the software updates. As a beginner, if you're just starting out, shared hosting is usually the way most people will go, and then eventually as you grow, you'll move over to VPS hosting. If you can afford it, then you can get a VPS hosting will probably be your ideal solution, because you can actually install a control panel on there and manage it just like you would with shared hosting. It's just much easier. And the VPS hosting is basically a virtual private server hosting. It's a type of hosting where you get a dedicated portion of the server's resources. So let's say that you got four people own space on that server, basically. So you'll have 25% of that server space yourself, versus maybe you might have 20 or 30 people on a shared hosting plan. It's a really good plan, to use VPS. I use it myself, but I did start out with shared hosting when I was starting out, and you may want to do the same as well to save money. And then you got dedicated hosting. Now, dedicated hosting is a lot more complex. This is a web hosting where clients go and lease an entire server that isn't shared by anyone else. Provides maximum control over the server. That includes your choice of your operating system, the hardware. It's ideal for websites with high traffic or specialized requirements that cannot be met with a shared or VPS hosting. Now, dedicated hosting offers robust performance, enhanced security, and the ability to handle large amounts of traffic, but it requires a lot more technical knowledge and is a lot more expensive than the other hosting types I mentioned just a minute ago. So today we're going to look at signing up for shared hosting, and what we're going to do is I click on hosting over here, and then I will go to web hosting. From there I will click on see plans. Now right here, if you can afford it, I would suggest the ultimate plan over here. You get unlimited websites, unlimited storage, unlimited databases. It's just a better shared hosting plan for you if you can afford it. But if not, and you want to stay on a budget, this essential plan right here is totally fine. I have clients that use it all the time when they're just creating their first website. And so if this is your first website and you want to save some money, this is the plan we're going to sign up for. So this is what we're going to go ahead and sign up for. So I'm going to go click on add to cart. All right, the next thing it's going to ask you to do is to add your domain name. Now, if you already have a domain name, you'll want to look at other videos I have that specifically talk about domain names and how to point your web host. We will talk about it as we get in here, though. I will show you how you can point your domain name. So if you do have a domain name already, you can just click on this proceed without domain name to go to the next steps. What we're going to do though is get a domain name. Now for domain names, you kind of want to, .com is still like the best domain name extension out there. So, I mean, you got .org, .net, .biz, and a ton of other domain name extensions, which you'll see here shortly. And if you can't find the domain name that you're looking for, there's this instant domain generator that you can go to, and all these links will be provided to you in the description. So here I can just type in website tutorial.com, and then here you can see it's going to give me a whole bunch of options and things. It can tell me, like, basically if it says buy, then these are usually available for you to buy. Over here though, these may be some premium ones. This one right here is $250,000. Obviously I'm not going to buy that. And then you can load more and get more suggestions that it gives to you. So right here it says my website tutorial is available. So I'm just going to go back over here in a minute and I'm going to type that in. That's the one I'm going to use for this lesson today. Other things you can do, there's this website called expireddomains.net. So if you go to this website, I highly suggest you create an account. and then you can go to expired domains, and then it just gives you a list of domain names here that you can use. Just tells you here, log in to see all domains and filters if you don't have an account. So I don't know if it'll let me do a filter or not. So no. What I will do is I'll go ahead and sign in though so you can see it. Okay, so I've logged in here, and a lot of times you can go over here to deleted.com names, and we'll just click on that, and it'll show you a bunch of names. And what I like to do is go into show filter, and I could say it contains web design, and then for additional I like to narrow it down to a .com. Over here I will say, let's click here, common. Maybe the max price, if I'm wanting to buy a premium domain, I might say $2,000. Listing type, I could say buy now. Let's see, and then show domains per page, I would say 200, and then I would just click on apply filter. Now the reason I put those filters in place, because when I'm going to click on some of these other tabs, you'll see most of the time these ones that are deleted, they're available to you no matter what, so you don't got to worry about having to buy those other than going to the domain registrar when you click on them to buy them directly from the domain registrar. So you can see here's a lot. It just gives you a big long list of domain names that have recently expired. Now you may get lucky from time to time and find some that has some backlinks already created for you to get you started, but you really need to check those backlinks, and you can look into my search engine optimization video and you can see some tools to help you do that. But you really need to make sure you look at these backlinks. You know, some of these websites may have been used for spam. Another place you can go and kind of look and see what's been done with this website is if you can go to archive.org. If you go here, this keeps like a archive of all the websites out there. So if I type in, put this in here, the one I just copied, it will show me some history. So I can see right here it had some decent things happening as far as being archived. And I'm just going to open this up and let it load up and see if what website was on here at one point. And there may not be anything. Just give it a second to load. Alright, so then I'm just going to click over here because nothing loaded on this, and just see if there's anything way back in this time frame. Okay, so it loaded some information. It's not really good, but you can tell they were trying to use this for a web design site at one point in time. This is captured as of 15 September 2012. Now sometimes you'll come in here and find some sites that look really good on this thing, and then sometimes you find some like this that didn't exactly copy over very well. But that just gives you an idea that somebody was actually using this domain name to try and create websites. So that's a good thing to look at. And then you also obviously want to go look at the backlinks. Okay, another thing is on here they have marketplace domain. Now this is where you'll find domains that are being sold by other people that haven't let them expire, but they want to sell their domain name. So maybe they have the name you want, and you can contact them and try to negotiate if you need to. So if we go to GoDaddy, we can go to GoDaddy, see buy now domains, and then here for web design, this is what they have available. So here's like Hawaii web designs, excellent web designs. You can go Namecheap. They don't have anything. And then here is Sea-Doo. Sea-Doo takes a little bit longer to load because it's a pretty large website. All right, and then they got some available. So you can play around with this and look around. Another place you can buy domain names is the GoDaddy auctions, which has plenty of domain names that are being auctioned off. You can find some that are buy it now if you like it, or you can search and make offers and get in here and make bids and try to beat somebody to get a good price. There's also Flippa. So Flippa, you can come over here, go browse, and then go domain names and then .coms. Also Flippa is a marketplace for websites and domain names and applications, all kinds of stuff. So feel free to take a look around and check out Flippa. You can just enter your keywords. So if I want my keyword to be web design, and then I want a .com, it's got that already there. And let's see, maybe I want the year to the age of it to be at least 10 years old. And then we can see what we got available. And so right here is Miss Web Design. So if I wanted that and it's 27 years old, I would click on it. And then let's see, it's an auction. So sometimes you can find a buy it now price in here. This particular one is an auction. So you can make an offer to the seller. Highly suggest you create an account before you do so. They need to verify some stuff, so that way if you do make an offer to the seller, they know you're legit. All right, so we already talked about Wayback Machine, the archive.org. All right, so now we already know that my web design tutorials is available. So we're going to check it. Right here you can see it's available. The first year they're going to give it to you for free, and then it's $17 per year after that. So I'm going to go ahead and add to cart. It's going to offer you some other things, full protect. You don't need this, so just skip that. There's also some other website domains they may try to get you to buy. If you know that you're going to create a brand with your .com, it's not always a bad idea to have the .org or .net even, but the .org, buy up your domain name so that way other people don't come buy them and then try to mimic your website. All right, go ahead and hit continue. All right, here's some more upsells they're trying to provide to you, so we're just going to skip that and hit continue. Okay, so right in here, it comes with free private registration. What free private registration does is it protects your contact information. And anytime you buy a domain name, if somebody's trying to charge you for free private registration, just go somewhere else and buy your domain name somewhere else, because that stuff should be free anyways. Basically, they're just protecting your address, your email, and your name and stuff like that from the public being able to go out there and just search and find out who owns a domain name. So that should be free anyways. Okay, so it's $4 a month for the first 6 months, then just $6 per month after that. So I'm just going to change mine to 1 month. I suggest you keep the full year. I'm just doing this for a video. I have my own hosting already, so I'm just selecting 1 month. Okay, and let's see. So let's see what happened here. Web hosting. All right, so they're going to charge me $1 for the tutorial since I'm not doing a full year. Instead of giving it to me for free, but $1 is nothing. All right, so I'm gonna hit continue. All right, and then we're going to continue check out. So I'm going to go ahead and do this part on my own. So you can go ahead and do the same thing. It's just entering your credit card, your billing information, things like that. All right, once you, it may take a minute for them to get your account set up, but once everything's set up, you'll come into your hosting account and you'll go to the menu up here at the top left. You're going to click on domains and SSL. And then you'll see your domain in here. Now, don't get alarmed if you don't see it. If they're just setting up your account, you may have to give them at least 10 or 15 minutes to get that set up for you. But once it's set up, you'll see it here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to use your domain. So I'm going to click here. All right, we're going to connect to WebSpace. And I like to create a new folder versus just going into that root folder like that. So I'm just going to put web design as the folder name, just something short, check mark, and then wait for it to create it. Click right here on it and then hit save. All right, and that's set up. Next thing you want to do is set up your SSL. This is your security certificate. You want to set this up so that way your website is secure. And basically that's representative of that little lock icon that you'll normally see up here in the left-hand corner when you're on your website. Let's see if I can find one. They've changed Chrome, so they've got this little thing here, but that's what it is to make your website secure. So it comes with your account already, so you're going to click on the one that says activate now. Alright, I'm gonna click it and I'll just go back here. So if you look right here, it's got the HTTPS since they changed Chrome and put this filter in place right now. So you can click on it and it just tells you the connection is secure, things like that. But you want that HTTPS is what the SSL certificate does for you. Okay, so domain is correct. That's correct. We're going to click on setup certificate. Operation successfully completed. Okay. Now we're going to come back over here to domains. And that, once this is complete, it takes them maybe 5 minutes or so to get this thing done, and then this will have a green lock on it instead of the red one. Alright, power of video recording is I can just pause and wait until that green lock is there. So it's already there now. Took maybe 2 minutes for this to get done. So now your website is secure. That's it for this lesson. So we've talked about everything for website hosting and your domain names. Now there'll be other videos that are more in depth on domain names, such as don't put dashes in your domain name, try not to put numbers in there, try not to create domain names that are hard to spell. You know, you want to make it as easy as possible for your customers to find your website and everything. So try your best to get something that's meaningful and easy to spell, short, simple as possible. And that's it. All right, so if you would just hit that like and subscribe button down below. That'll help me a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey folks, we've already got our domain name and we set up our hosting. So while we are in our hosting, now we're going to go ahead and set up a WordPress content management system, or CMS, so you can actually have a website on your domain name. So all we're going to do while we're in here, and now let me just say that if you don't use this hosting, Ionis, if you use some other hosting account, all of them pretty much have some kind of way to just automatically install your website. Now, in other videos on my website on webdesignworld.com, you can look and see videos about how to install WordPress on your computer, on your desktop computer, so that way you can work on your website without actually uploading it, or you can manually install WordPress. But many of the hosting accounts have a way for you to just point and click and install WordPress for you instantly without you having to do all the uploading or anything else that may be a little bit more difficult than you really want to mess with. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click on websites and stores, and then it gives us an option to create a website right here. And when you go here, okay, so now we don't want this, we want WordPress. And then when you look at this, now it says manage. So I know that on this this hosting account, I don't have to use a managed one. And a managed WordPress is basically Ionis installs all their own stuff inside your WordPress website, things that they want inside there, and then they update it and other things. But we're going to not do that. We're going to install it ourselves. Still going to use the point and click method, but we're going to come down here and click this open source solutions, and then right here is WordPress, and you can see pretty much all hosting accounts are going to have different things that you can install on your website with just clicking the button right there, and just you can see all kinds of different applications that you can install. But we're going with WordPress, so I'm going to go ahead and click on install. So now WordPress without maintenance effort, and we're going to do manage ourselves. We're not going to do the buy manage WordPress. We're just going to manage WordPress ourselves. So now we're going to enter the project. The name will help you understand the project faster in your portfolio. You can change the name anytime. So we're just going to do web design tutorials. Oops. And hit next. Then it's going to give me a username. I'm just going to choose admin tutorial. I'm not going. You don't want to ever just use admin. It's one of the easy ones for them to figure out. And then it's going to ask for a password. So I like to use a password generator. So let's just do this generator and have them generate my password for me. I use password generator, and then let's see. Okay, here's the password. I'm going to click the copy. And a lot of times what I like to do is I like to keep a little log, a note. I save a notepad on my desktop, and then I just type username and then password. And then if I change the URL, the login URL, which I usually do in WordPress for security reasons, I'll also have the URL for it, so I'll remember. So I already have the password, which is this. Don't worry, I'm going to change it after this video. And then I'm going to copy in my usernames, that way I don't forget it. And so then I have that. And so now I'm just going to copy this password again, paste it in here. Let's see, characters are not permitted. So now it says special characters. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say get rid of symbols. And I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to make sure I paste it in here, come back over here and paste, and everything's good. Then I'm going to go next. Now it's going to say connect to my domain for me. So yes, I want to do that. Next. And then install WordPress. So now it's going to go through the installation. Alright, so now it is installed. Got little green check marks in. Our domain is SSL certified. Again, that SSL means that it has the HTTPS for secure. And then you can also click up here and you'll be able to see any website that's secure. It'll tell you the connection is secure. Alright, domain name is not fully protected. So this is just something they're trying to sell you on some things. So we're not worried about that. If you scroll down here, you can see this is our website. It's secured, published, what we named it, and now we want to edit the website. So we'll just come up here and, well, I don't want to do that actually. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this, and I'm just going to right click and go to the website. Right here is our installation of WordPress. You can see all that is good, and then we're going to log in on the back end, which is usually WP admin as default. Just keep in mind I will change that for security measures along with this password, but I have no problem showing it to you right now. And hit remember me, log in, and then there you go. So now we have installed WordPress on our website, and we have a working website right now. And so that concludes this video. In the next video, we'll actually go through and configure WordPress and do some other things. Please make sure you like and subscribe for the channel and everything. There's going to be lots and lots of videos, not just WordPress, but we're talking about search engine optimization, marketing, advertising, pretty much anything that you need to do to run your website successfully is going to be involved. So make sure you like and subscribe, and also head over to webdesignworld.com, where I have a free community installed there on that website where you can log in and interact with other users and save your work on these video lessons, because they're being grouped into one lesson, one course. That way you can just go through and save your progress as you go and don't have to remember where these videos are at later. Alright, hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, in this video we are going to configure WordPress. So we've already got it installed. We've done our website hosting, our domain name. Now we've got WordPress installed. So the next thing we need to do is go ahead and configure it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the settings, go to general, and right here we got a site title. Now something that you could do is, let's say, and I'll just pull this over here. I like to use ChatGPT to help me out with some of my stuff. So let's say I want to write a website title for web design tutorials. And then I'll just have it create something. Now obviously I don't want something too long, so let's see, mastering web design. So I would do something like that. So then I'll just go back over to my site and I'll say website tutorials, mastering web design. And actually I could move this down to my tagline like so. And then here, if you don't want membership, leave this unchecked. Anyone can register. So if you're not going to have a membership style WordPress site, I suggest you leave that unchecked so you're not getting spammed. And then I'll go ahead and hit save changes. Next I'll go to writing. Now this you're not really going to use. This is mainly for, like right here, if you wanted to use your email, you could set this up to where you could write an email and it'll post a blog for you. Reading. We're going to want to set up a static page. So we don't have any pages here right now. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go over to pages and create some pages. So we're going to click on add new. So, oops. So So I'm going to type home, and hold on a second. Let's do add new page again. I think I clicked on something here, which I don't want any of this. All right. Okay, so home, I'm going to publish. And then right here, instead of going all the way back, I'm just going to click add new page. I'm going to type in about. See that, and this is something with this installation that is popping this up every time, and I don't want it. So I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to type about. Add new. Guess I'm going to expect this to open up every time now. I'm going to add news. Add new. Contact. And I think I'm going to add a services page, and then we'll be done. Services. All right, once I've done that, then I can click on the WordPress icon right here, and I'm going to go back over to settings and reading. Now I'm going to set this to a static page. So my home page, I'm going to set to my home page. You could make this a blog page if you wanted to. I'm going to set it to home. And then for my post page, I'm going to make that a my news page. So basically it's telling WordPress to put all my blogs, anytime I write a blog, to put the archive version of all my blogs on that news page for me automatically. I'm going to hit save changes. Then we'll just click on the rest of the settings links. Here on discussion, we want to, if you don't want to allow people to post comments, uncheck this box, which I do all the time, because otherwise, they got a lot of bots out there just going to spam your website and put comments galore on your stuff. And then let's see, you want to post a comment, not worry about that. And then, okay, so we're good there. Now just come down and hit save changes, and you can look at the other settings in here if you want to and make additional changes. Media, not worried about it. Permalinks, I like to go take off post name. I like to go category name. First we'll just delete this. Custom structure, I like to go category name, and post names how I like to do mine. You could also just do post name if you wanted to. Hit save changes, and then that's pretty much it for those settings. We've added the pages and we also configured the setting. The next couple of things that we're going to want to do is I want to add some dummy content so that we can work with. So I'm just going to go over to plugins, add new plugin, and I'm going to type in dummy content. Install now for the first one right here. Activate. And then we're going to go into tools, I believe. It might be settings. Nope, yeah, it's on area right here. And then I'm going to hit generate. Nope, don't want users. I want dummy posts and custom posts. So I'm going to generate. And then custom post type. I want 10 blog posts. Date range, don't care about. Featured image, I do want it to bring in a featured image for each post so that way I can see it on when I'm updating my blog page. If you want to attach terms to these dummy posts, so say no to this, and I'm going to hit generate post. It's going to run through it. Then I come over here to posts. Now I can see I got my post created. I'm going to get rid of that hello world one, which is just a default. Now I'm going to come back over to plugins, and I'm going to deactivate the dummy content plugin. I'm also going to get rid of this little Ionos thing that got installed in here, because I don't care about that. So I have no plugins installed. And let's see, so now I want to set up a menu. So I'm going, well, first before I can set up a menu, I need to go to appearance and themes, and I'm going to add a new theme. And the one I want to use is Hello Elementor right here, but if you don't see it right here, just type it in the search box and you'll find it. So I'm going to hit install. Activate. I like to keep 2 themes installed only. So we got this one and this one. This one here, I'm just going to click on it and then hit delete. Hit OK. Same thing here. Click on it, hit delete. OK. So that way I only have 2 themes. And then the last thing we're going to do for this lesson is we're going to go over to, trying to remember what I'm doing here. Oh, navigation menu. So we're going to go over to menus. So it's appearance and menus. You're going to type the menu name as main. Don't care. I don't need to hit any of this stuff. I'm gonna hit, well, I can just hit header for it. Hit create menu. Now I'm gonna click view all, and I want all these pages on here except for the sample stuff that was already added. And then I'm gonna hit add the menu. So home's first. I'm gonna put about second. Then we got news. I'm gonna put services. Actually, I'm gonna put services second. About, news, and contact. And then I'm gonna hit save menu. Alright, let me do that one more time. Okay, so we got it saved. And so I'm going to open up my dashboard here. Not my dashboard, my website. And then you can see you got the menus up here, tagline, all this stuff. Now, once we get further along, you know, we'll install a website and everything, and go from there. So now we've completely got our website configured. In the next video, we're actually going to install some plugins that are going to help us build our website. So we're getting closer to the part where we're actually going to build our website. If you would, go ahead and hit like and subscribe on this video for me. It'll help me out, and I'll keep on making these videos. Thanks for your time. Alright, in this video we are going to install the plugins that we need to build our website and secure it and make backups and things along those lines. So we've already covered, you know, getting a domain name, getting website hosting, configuring WordPress, or installing WordPress and then configuring it. Now we need to install plugins. So we're going to scroll over plugins and we're going to add new. First one we're going to do is install a security plugin. This is, we just type all in one, and then right here it is, all in one security, AIOS. We're going to install this, activate, go into settings, and then just go to the dashboard first, and see right here it gives you a little meter to tell you how good you've got your security on your website. So we're just going to scroll down and we'll just go through all the settings over here on the left hand side. So we're just going to start with settings itself, and general settings right here. You can disable all security features, disable firewalls, do things like that. I'm going to start here with user security. So I've got 15 out of 15. What I want to do before, even though I got 15 out of 15, I want to edit user. And I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to say Donnie K. And then when it says display name publicly, I'm just, instead of just using my admin login stuff, I'm just going to say, you know, Donnie K. And then scroll down, update profile. All right. And then next thing, I'm going to go back over to my security, user security. Got display name, I've already changed that. Login lockout, I'm going to enable a login lockout feature, so if somebody tries to log in after 3 attempts, they're going to get locked out. I'm not going to enable this. I'm going to go, and you can if you want to. I don't normally enable this stuff right here. Force logout, enable force logout, and this is logged out after a configured amount of time. I don't do that because I like to stay logged in, but if you have a habit of walking away from your computer and you need to worry about somebody getting on your site, then you can go ahead and enable that. You can see who's logged in, if it's anyone but yourself, obviously. Don't think there's any additional settings over here to save. No. Database security is next thing. So right here, the default database installation, the prefix is right here, WP. What we want to do is make up a fake one. So we're going to hit this little mark right here and let it create one for us. It's going to create a random prefix, and go ahead and click on change prefix. And then, so that takes care of that. And then you can just come back to database security again to basically refresh it. Let's see, let's try. Okay, so see now our new database prefix is here, and then we got 10 out of 10. File system security, we want to set up the recommended permissions. Got that. PHP file editing. Right here, if you don't want people to be able to edit like the theme, so when we go to appearance and theme file editor, that's basically disabling this. I'm not going to do that because I may want to go in there and do that, but if you got multiple users in your website, you could disable that. Blacklist manager, if you need to disable or prevent certain IP addresses, you can put them in here. We're not going to do that right now. Next thing we want to do is set up our firewall. So we're going to go ahead and enable. I'm going to check all these boxes right here and then save basic firewall settings. So now we got our score. Additional firewall rules. Disable index views. Yes. I'm going to enable all of these. Save. Next part. I'm going to go ahead. When you get here, you got to go ahead and hit save. And then you'll scroll back down and then you'll get this last one and go ahead and hit save on it too. That gets all of that covered. Internet bots, I don't mess with this because I worry that I'm going to block Google or something, you know, so I just kind of leave that one alone. Not worry about this one or the advanced settings. Brute force. I want to rename my login page. So now instead of having the WP-admin page or URL for your admin area, we're just going to change this to tutorial. And now I hit save settings. And now when I log in next time, this is where my login URL is going to be. Cookie-based brute force. Check to see if you want to protect your login page brute force. No, I'm not worried about that. Captcha settings. Normally I would go, I'm not going to do it for this video, but if you Google, just go type in Google reCAPTCHA, and then you can get the reCAPTCHA stuff, which will give you a site key and a secret key. But for right now, we're just going to do a simple math CAPTCHA for people trying to log in. And we're going to enable it for everything. Hit save settings. Login whitelist, you could give yourself a whitelist for you being able to log in. I'm not messing with this. There's just that slight chance that something will happen, you won't be able to log in. If that happens, if you're not able to log into your site for whatever reason, you can always go into FTP and disable this security plugin. Honeypot, I'm just going to enable this. It's just another form of security. Save settings. Then we'll come over here to spam prevention. Text spam, posting comment. Sex is we want to say. No, I'm not going to mess with that. You can enable it if you want. I'm not going to. Enable file change detection, that I will do, and I want to do it every once a week. What I like to do is not have it scan every single thing on my website. So like images, I'll just copy and paste from there. And then I put a couple of other ones in here. CO, and then send an email. So this is just my generic email. So I'll hit save settings on that. Malware scan. Don't worry about that one. We got miscellaneous. This is if you don't want people to be able to right click and copy text from your website, then this can disable that for you. None of this other stuff I'm going to worry about at all. And then that's pretty much it. Then we'll go back to our dashboard, and now we're at 315. So anything to me above 300 is doing pretty good. Then you come down here, login, lockout. Let me go back and check that setting right here. See if I enable login log. Check this. You want to enable the login lockout feature and apply the settings below. Allow unlock requests. Yeah, let's go ahead and enable that. After 3 requests, we can lock them out. All right, let me go back to my dashboard. So now we're up to 335. The reason I did that is because I want all 4 of these to be on you. If I didn't check every single thing, I want to make sure those are on. All right. Okay, so now we got that. Next thing we're going to do is install. If you want an e-commerce website, I'll do a separate video for that, but WooCommerce is the plugin. If we go back over to add new, and then if you're wanting to do e-commerce, you can look at other videos later that I'll create for this, for an e-commerce website, but you would want WooCommerce installed for that. Next thing is I'm going to install a backup plugin, so I'm going to type in duplicator. And then right here is the one I want, and install. And then activate. Then we're going to go over here to the side to duplicator, and then we're just going to create new. Hit next. It's going to scan, and then we're going to build. I'm going to wait a second. All right, here we go. So what you want to do is you just want to click on each one of these and download. Of course, you can download both. And I'm just going to go ahead and download just to show you. Alright, so I have a different Chrome profile, so it's not putting it where I wanted it at. But anyways, and I'll just download this other one for you just to show you. I have to reconfigure my Chrome configuration. Okay. Hit refresh. All right, so you got two files here. You got the installer and then you have the other file, and you want to upload this to your server. That's why I like this backup plugin right here, is because it creates a wizard for you. If you have to reinstall your website manually, if something happens, as long as you have these files backed up right here, you just upload these two files, and then you point your domain, you just put at the end /installer, and then it will install the website as it was when you backed it up. Just step-by-step process. You just input all your database information and it'll install it for you. Really good to have this for backing up your site. Another good one to have is you go to plugins and add new. You just type in backup Updraft Plus, and you just can install that. So there's nothing wrong with having this one installed as well. Activate. Then you go to settings. Actually, we need to go to the Updraft Plus. Alright, so when you're in here, now you can go to settings and you can kind of get everything configured the way you want. Files, backup schedule. You can say, I don't know if you'd want to do daily, maybe weekly. But that's up to you, however you feel. If you're updating your website constantly, then maybe at first maybe you want it to be daily, and then it'll maintain 2 backups for you, and we'll save those changes. And then we can go ahead and do 1 backup right now. Allow it to be, this first one would be deleted manually. We'll say yeah to that. So you can see it's going through and creating everything. Backup is finished running. And then all you gotta do now is, if you ever install WordPress the same way I showed you how to install it, where you can just go through your hosting account and install it really easily, then you install Updraft again and you would upload these files. So you want to download these files to your computer, and then you upload them to the new site, and then it will automatically restore your website. So it's always a good idea, to have these 2 different ways to back up your website. Alright, next thing we want to install is our search engine optimization plugin, which is Rank Math. I'm going to install now. Activate. Then we're going to go ahead and go through the process. I'm going to skip the create an account. And then we're going to start the wizard. Personal blog. You can fill in all this information if you want to, and upload your logo. Save and continue. Save and continue. Save and continue. I'm not going to automatically no follow external links, because some of them I may want to allow Google to follow them. No follow just means you don't give them like a link credit, and it doesn't hurt their score as well. Alright, so set up advanced options. No, don't want that right now. I do want to know I have something, and also my redirects. And save and continue. Alright, so we got everything set up here. And what Rank Math allows you to do, what I love about Rank Math, is it creates a score for you. So let's just go to one of these pages right here. Let's go to our About page. So what I do here is I click on this right here. There's Rank Math. And it allows me to put my focus keyword. So let's just say my focus keyword is about, just as an example. Also allows me to edit what will show up in Google search results. So this is kind of what it'll look like in Google search results. by default it puts the title and the site name in there for you. So let's say I just wanted to say website tutorials. I can just get rid of that, and you can see you're tracking how many characters you're allowed in here. So we're allowed 60 characters, and we want to take advantage of that. Learn web design for free, and then maybe I just want Virginia or something like that. All right, and then I got that, and then you can put in a description. So the description, I'm going to copy and paste. Give me 1 second. So let's see, I'm just going to copy and paste. I use ChatGPT, so I asked for 160 characters, it gave me 136, and then that's that for this. Now I may want to just throw this in just because I'm showing you an example of how we get this score up. So you can see I'm already at 48. I think maybe that went down. See, it's 10 when I don't have it in there. You want your, whatever your keyword focus is, should be in your title. And then I'm over, so I can just put Virginia like this instead. And then that gives me that. And so I have my focus keyword. My focus keyword is in my title. And then I could add about right here. Probably bring it up some more. And now I don't know if this will work, but I'm just doing it for an example. So, and then, so I'm not going to, the goal is you want to try to get yourself somewhere in that 70 to 80 range on here. 90 would be best if you can get there. So, and then what you're doing is you're scrolling down here and it tells you content is 3 words long, so you're using more content. So let's see if we can put some more content in here. So what I'm going to do to get some content, I'm going to say write and optimize. This is ChatGPT, by the way. Write an optimize about page for a web design company. And then I'm going to let it write some of this content for me. And if it goes too long, I will pause this video. Well, I'll probably pause the video anyways and let it get to the end. I'm just letting you see it write some of it for us. Alright, so I've got that. So now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put this in, copy it down to here, and I'm going to come back over to my website and I'm going to get rid of all of this. I'm going to right click, paste this plain text, because I like to paste this plain text when I'm copying from another website just to make sure none of the code behind the scenes is in there. And it won't exactly format the same way, so I could highlight and do some Control B in here and, you know, bring this up some. Okay. And then, so let's see now, let's see what we got. Focus keyword does not appear in content. So let's throw one in here, about our team. Right up to 56. Content is 352 words long, because they're using at least 600 words. Guess what? I'm going to do this the easy way. I'm just going to copy it and paste it again. Alright, now we got 704 words. We're at 55. Focus keyword does not appear at the beginning of your content. So that's easy. About our story. So now we're at 58. Focus keyword not found in your SEO meta description. We'll come back up here. And about that. Now we're up to 60. So we got some additional options here. Not found in your H2, H3. So here, let's make this an H2. And okay, and I didn't mean to do all of it like that. Let's change that back to paragraph form. All right. So let's see, focus keyword density is too low. All right, that I'm not going to work on for this video. I'm getting ready to move on. And then it also wants an image for a focus keyword in your image. So let's just go down. Let's go back over to, let's close the rank math. Come back over here to this, the page, featured image, select an image, which I have none in here right now. So let's see. see if I got anything on my desktop. Images. I'll just use my logo for right now. And then it's going to type about. I'm going to put that in the description and alt text. Set featured image. Alright, we jumped up to 66. And just one. Let's just look one more time, see if there's something quick I can do. So link out. Okay, link out. So I'm just going to create a link here. webdesignworld.com. That's my website. Make sure you go there. Alright, we're above 70. And then find any internal links. Okay, I can make an internal link. Say, let's see, contact. 76. Title readability is good. Your SEO title doesn't contain a number. Not really. Alright, let's just throw 2023 in there. Get rid of this dash. Just because I'm making it go higher, that's all. Alright, I'm at 77. I consider that good for right now. You want to do the same, excuse me, you want to do the same stuff. You want to go through your website, all your pages, use rank math and try to get above a 70 for your SEO. The higher you can get, the better. Write really good content. Make sure it's got some keyword density in there. You can search for keyword density calculator if you need to, just kind of get an idea of how many words you write and how many keywords you need to have mixed in there to get the best results. But this thing here will do it for you. Just go down the line and try to get all these check marks and optimize your page as much as you possibly can to get that higher ranking. Alright, so I'll just click update and we're going to go back. Alright, so now we're going to continue on. We're going to put in some new plugins. The next plugin is an image optimization plugin, so I'm going to use So right here, going to install. The goal is to get your images as low as possible when you're uploading images. So there's some stuff I'm going to show you when we're building the website, when we start uploading images, on how to reduce them in size, but this is just one other thing to help you with that. We're going to go to settings. Let's see, speed up your site. Okay, activate. Let's see which one. Stick with the free mode. I'm going free. Remove metadata, lazy load P conversion. I'm good with all of that. Save settings. Done. Then we're going to come down here. Not worry about this stuff here. Alright. View recommendations. Okay, one thing I want to do is insert rewrite rules, so I'm going ahead and do that because I want this to convert my stuff to WebP. So everything's good, it did it. And then I'm going to save my changes. So now it'll convert all my images when I upload them to WebP, which is just a much faster format. Alright, going back to plugins and add new. Now we want to install our page builder, which is Elementor. Right here, we're going to install it. Now there's a paid version and there's a free version of this, and I highly suggest that you get the paid version. It's only like, you know, 50-60 bucks a year. It's totally worth it. You get all the features that you need to maintain and create your website from scratch, and definitely something I would get. And there's a link in the description. Make sure you click on that link so that way at least I'll get a credit for it. You know, I do this for free, so that's just one way that I might make a little bit of money off these videos, because I plan on making a lot and growing this community at webdesignworld.com, so I could use your help in that regards. Alright, so create your account. So I already have an account, so I'm going to connect my account here in just a second. And if you would, you just need to create an account. This is the free version that we're using, so you can create a free version, or you can click the link in the description and sign up that way, and then you can just download the plugin and upload it to your site. So give me a second, I'm going to connect my account. Alright, website is connected. Now I'm going to hit next. Let's see, I can go ahead and add a look. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you a different way to do that. So I'm just going to skip all of this. I'm going to skip everything. I'm going to let it take me back over here. So it's going to bring me over. First thing it's going to do is bring me to this theme builder. but I'm not ready to mess with the theme builder yet, so I'm going to come over here and click exit, and I'm going to say I want to go back to the WP dashboard, apply, say leave. Alright, so it's going to bring me back over here, which is where I want to be right now. So we've got our Elementor page builder installed. We also want to install Envato. So I'm going to go to plugins, add new. This is another subscription I suggest you get for your website. What this does is Envato Elements has like over 2,000 or 3,000 templates. They also let you import images directly into your website. They have videos. I mean, it's just an amazing site that you would want to go to, and I'll just show you the site. So right here, well, after we install that plugin, we're basically going to have access to all this stuff, and then we can go from our website. It's going to have these template kits in there for you, and you can install any of these template kits. And it says there's over 3,800 template kits in there right now, so in all these different categories. So this is an amazing plugin, and it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $12 or $15 or something a month. I mean, I really love it, and I use it constantly. So I'm gonna go ahead and install that, activate. All right, so we got that. Then we want to connect that, so I'm going to go over to, let's see, elements, to the welcome screen, and then I'm going to connect. I'm going to click on connect and connect. Then you'll have to create your account. Again, use the link that's in my description if you're going to create an account for this. I'm going to have free how to create websites completely 100% free, other than paying for your hosting, your domain name. I will show you how to make a website 100% free. But if you're going to make a professional business website, I highly suggest that you, at the bare minimum, just get these small little plugins that you pay for. You don't have to pay for a lot of plugins. Most of the things I show you are completely free, but these page builder plugins are just perfect for your website, and you will not regret having these available to you to keep your website updated. So once you've created your Envato account, you're going to get a token to put into your website. So I've already put mine in. I'm just going to verify token. And then it says, you know, account connected, so I'm all good there. All right, so we're going to go back to plugins and add new. And we're just going to type in Elementor again. And we're going to go ahead and get essential add-ons for Elementor. And then Elements Kit. Now I have the pro version of these. I pay for a lifetime subscription. Totally up to you. It's like, I think it's lifetime, as many websites as you want for like $600 for each one of these probably. I can't remember the exact amount I paid, but it's definitely also worth it. You can also pay a monthly or annual subscription fee, but they also have a free version, which is what we can use for this class. So you ain't got to worry about paying for these right now. But if you do decide you want to buy these, because I have them myself, it's worth it to have it for all your websites. Then I'm gonna go back to plugin. Actually, I'm gonna go back over to plugin, add new. Well, let me check. I think I just need to activate the element kit one, so I'm gonna activate that. All right, so we got those, and let me see what else. Okay, we got one last plugin to install before we move on to the next video in this lesson. So we're going to install the another security plugin, which is, I believe, security. Let me see if we can find it based on what I just typed in there. Let me try. I think it's not spelled like a normal way you would spell security. I think it's like this. Alright, security, I mean, I think this is it right here. I'm going to install this. This is just another level of protecting your website. So anytime anything gets changed on the website, you will know about it. Alright, so we go into the settings. So we're going to go into settings. So inside the settings, you have a lot of things going on here. That one of the things we're going to look at the scanner and some of these other tabs right here. Down here, I just have these blurred out. This is just path names and just says what's writable, not writable, and things like that. So we're going to go on to the scanner next. And the scanner just shows, you know, how often things are getting scanned. So I'm fine with the way this is right now. Then we're going to go to hardening. All right, so here's some things that we can apply for hardening our website. So I'm not sure what will work once I click on it because I have the all-in-one security, but I'm trying to get whatever I can. So let's just hit this premium service. All right, so you can see right there, the firewall is premium service, so it's not going to let us do that. Let's see if this will work. All right, so that worked. And we're just blocking PHP files basically. Okay, disable plugin and theme editor. I'm not going to do that. Activate automatic secret keys updater. I'm not going to do that either. All right, now we're going to do the post hack tab. Okay, nothing here I really want to do. Next we'll go to alert. All right, so alerts, this is where it's going to send you emails anytime something changes on your website. So you may not want to get a change every single time. So you may want, so it just gives you an example of, you can put in your IP address, and then whenever you log in, you're not going to get an email every single time that you do something. So what you would do is just put your IP address in and save that, and then you won't get an email every time that you change something from your IP address. But if somebody else goes in there and changes something, you will get an email letting you know somebody's in your WordPress website right now making changes. So it's a very good feature to have. All right, so that is all of the plugins. These are the main plugins that you want on your website. I would probably even go a step further and install some kind of cache plugin to speed up your website, but we're not going to do that right now in this video. That would be later videos that you can watch on webdesignworld.com, where we'll talk about how to speed up our website even further. This is just a video to get you started and help you get your website installed from beginning when you get your domain name all the way to the end, and how to, you know, get it online and get Google to index it and all the good stuff. All right, so if you would hit that like and subscribe button again for me, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next video. And in the next video, we're just going to look at some basics with Elementor, and then we're going to install our website design template that we're going to use to create our website. And then we got several other things that we're going to head into in other videos as well before it's all said and done. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hit that like and subscribe button for me again, and I appreciate it. Okay, we're getting to a point where we're actually going to start building up the website now. So far we've gotten our domain name, our website hosting, we configured WordPress, installed it, installed our plugins. Now before I get started, there was one other plugin that I want to install that I didn't add on the previous video, and that's Elementor Pro. Like I mentioned, Elementor Pro is totally worth the cost. It's like $60 a year or something like that, and I highly advise you to go get it. There's a link in my description below if you want to purchase it that way. It won't cost you anything, and then it gives me a few pennies to keep making these videos and things like that. But I am going to install Elementor Pro, and so I'm going to go to plugins, add new. Elementor Pro, unlike the Elementor plugin we install, which is the free version, Elementor Pro you got to upload. So once you make the purchase, then you would download the file and then you will upload it. So we're going to go ahead and upload. I'm going to go to desktop, and right here it is. I'm going to double click, and then I'm going to install that. Okay, then I'm going to activate it. Alright, then I'm going to go over to Elementor and license. Now I'm going to connect and activate my license. Okay, so now my license has been activated, and that's it. So now everything is there. So next thing we want to do is just go over to settings while we're here. And let's see, I'm going to disable the Elementor default themes because I want to only use the themes that I install. So I'm going to disable the default stuff with Elementor. Alright, next thing is now we're going to scroll over templates and go to theme builder. Now I like to open everything in new tabs. So I'm going to open link in a new tab, and the only reason I do that is because I like to go back and forth between my dashboard and whatever it is I'm working on. So this is going to scroll up, and we're just going to play around with this, so it doesn't matter where we go. I'm going to go into the header, and just add new. This is just to show you some of the things Elementor is capable of. So when you get in here, so I have, you can see I have Elements Kit installed, then you have Envato elements installed, and then right here is the default Elementor stuff. And then here's another one where they want you to buy Template. Now I do own Template, and I believe it's through Elements Kit. Like if you get that lifetime subscription I mentioned, there's thousands and thousands of templates in here for you to use. Okay, so the first thing, let's just look at what we have in here with the Elementor library. So they give you some headers that you can use, and you can see all these are for the pro version. Then you can go and look at some of the footers that they have. Hero section. So lots of different things that you can use for your website. And then they have some individual pages. I think maybe I can search about. And then you can see there's a wireframe for an about page. Get rid of that. And then you can just scroll down and find different pages. Then they have, and right here they don't have any templates. So templates is something that we will save as we're going along. Maybe there's a section or a form that you want to save as a template. That way if you edit that form, because you have it on multiple pages, you'll be able to come and go and click on the form and then edit the template. So that's why you would save something as a template. Elements Kit, this is pretty nice. They also have a lot of different pages and sections, but they also have some things in here I really like. And while we're talking about this, is why I opened up in another tab. Let's go back over to Elements Kit and go, we'll just click on it. And then right here, let's see. We just want to turn, let's see what's anything not on. Oh, see, so these are pro versions. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the, well, I'm not going to do that for this video. I'm not going to upload the pro version, but I do have the pro version. It's worth it. Same thing with essential add-ons. All that stuff is worth it, and I highly suggest you click on the links below and get it for your websites. It's affordable. I bought a lifetime subscription because me personally, I like to just pay once, and then whatever they update on it, I get it for the rest of the time, because you know I plan on using these tools for a long time. Alright, so I'm not going to install that. We'll just go ahead and look and see what you get. So let's see, they have headings. So you can see all the different headings that you can use. Lots of things in here, buttons. So let's just install one just so you can see. So we click on insert. Hopefully it's not going to be a pro version model. So here you go. So yep, so you can get all these different kinds of buttons that you want to put on there if you didn't want to use the standard ones. I usually just use the standard ones, but that's just an example. I'm not sure if you can get Lottie files in here with the free version, but let's see if we can find Lottie. Here's Lottie. Lottie is like moving parts. It's like things that move on your website. So let's see if it'll actually work with the free version. So that'd be pretty cool if it does. Alright, there you go. See? So you get a little movement on your website. These are like low size files. They're not gigantic. They don't bog your site down as much as it would for like a video. So get your website some movement. So I do like that. So the next thing we're going to do is just talk about some of the basics over here. So the main stuff at Elementor is right over here. Oh, sorry, one more thing. So let's just go. So this is Envato. This is something else that's installed. So you can see you got all kinds of different blocks in here that you can use as well. So if I want to look at what's about, you know, I can click on there. I come back over. Maybe I want FAQs. You can give me drop downs for my FAQs. And then eventually you'll put a kit in here. So here's your premium kits. And then this is what I was talking about before in the previous videos, is there's over 3,805 template kits in here for all kinds of different categories. So you can just come in here and look for the categories that you want and find it. And maybe you want shopping cart. So you can do, I think, e-commerce, for instance. And then you can install some e-commerce versions. So probably in a future video coming up very soon after this one is I'll do an e-commerce website, and we'll use something like this for a template, which has lots of different elements in it that we can use for the shopping cart and stuff. Alright, now moving on to the basics. So if I was building a header, I'd want a site logo in there, so I would just drag this over and then my logo and then different things. Or maybe I could have, let's say, let's see here, 2 columns, and then I can drag this into that column, close that down, make it smaller so it fits. Then over here I need a menu. I could drag in a menu, so it's already going based on the menu that we did earlier videos where we created our menu. So now I just drag the menu over and you can see it's here. And maybe I want to click on this because I want this to be centered, and I could come over into style. Let's see. And then I could center it down. So see, even this new update that I just installed is more recent than the one I've been using for a minute, but you can see it adjusts it down for us. Maybe I want to center it here. You got alignment, so I can center like so. Maybe I don't want that font being so small. Maybe I want it to be a decent size, so I'll say 18 for my font size, so it's decent. And maybe I don't like the colors, so I could come in here and look and see what they have for default colors. So could look at blue, but probably I want black, so I could come right here. And then another thing I can do, if I know I'm going to use that color all the time, I can hit this plus sign, and I could just say black right here. So then whenever I'm working, I can just click this drop down, and then there's black. Now I want a hover color, so I don't just want black. Now I want a blue to show. So I would just come over here, and here's a blue, but I don't necessarily like that blue, so maybe I think I'd want it just a hair darker. Let's see. All right. See if I can get the right colors. Let's just hover over and see what that looks like. Yeah, so maybe I use that right there, and then I would go ahead and add it and say blue, or say dark blue maybe. I think it's blue. It could be purple for all I know. I don't know. Colorblind. All right, so we got that. And so that's how you could do some of these things. And if you just scroll down here, when you're dealing with, let's say we got titles, so you got site titles that you can put in. So here is a H1. Normally your first title would be a H1 title. So I changed that from H2 to H1. And then, you know, you go down, as you're going down the line, usually you only have one H1 title, and then the next ones would be H2, and you can have multiple of those. And then maybe I'll throw in a H3 and a H4. So I want to change this to H3. I can right click on stuff and duplicate, so I can have multiples. And then maybe I want to, you know, throw in another site title and my last one, and I'll just make it a H4. And then you can see this kind of change in size based on their emphasis. And then the next thing you want to do is throw in a text editor. So I can go down to my text editor, and here I go. So, and then next thing, so let's just say I'm going to publish this. So I'll just publish this, and I'm going to add a condition, say entire site, because I'm going to go into something else now. So I want to change this default settings. I don't want it to be that small. I want my font to be a decent size. So I'm going to go into site settings, and then I'm going to go into global fonts. And so my text, and see, this is all new right here. See this stuff right here? This is new. This is something that's new to even me. This wasn't like this based on the installs I have. So they've modified this today as I made this video. It used to be I had to look at whatever I added over here, and when I made a change, it did it now, and this is way better. Now it's showing me, it's giving me examples of everything that I'm wanting to do. So it's telling me what my primary, my secondary, my text looks like. So my text I want to change, and I want to say, I'm going to go 20 on my text. And then primary, I want that to be 20 as well. And then that's where I stop on that. I already have my colors that I want. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to hit save. And then I want to look at my typography. So I think I'm pretty happy with the typography, actually, that it's already here. This font I think will change when I close out. Just in case, I'm going to come in here and make this at 18. Nope, didn't we say 20? So I'm going to change that to 20. Alright, so it changes around the screen here. Why it didn't change on the other screen, I don't know. But like I said, that's a new feature that they added. So I'm going to hit update, and then I can just close out the site settings. And there's other features in there that you can change, so definitely take a look at it and play around. If you want to add an image, I can drag it over here, and then I can change the sizes. Maybe I just want it to be a small image, which it didn't change for me because this thing, I'm assuming, is because this is just a default image. So let me just put in one. Let's put one of the dummy images in, so now you can see it'll change for us, and based on the size of it, so that's not a big image. So, and if I do custom, I can do custom and make it bigger than what it really is, because this image is only a square, so it's not going to go any bigger unless I force it to. So I could say 700 by 700, and now I'm going to force it to change its size and stuff. So I'm going to go back to just full, let it be its normal size. All right, and then we can come back over here, just scroll down and look at some other things. Here's buttons. So I can do buttons. Now if this button doesn't have a hover, so maybe I go to style, hover, and then I don't want to change that. Let's say I want to make it a dark blue to hover, and then you can see it just changes for me. Obviously you can put in the link to wherever that button's going to go. You can name it whatever you want to. So we'll say page builder, and then we can say go to webdesignworld.com. And then the other thing I like to do, if I'm linking out to a site and I don't want to, there's various reasons you're going to add a no follow to. So if I'm going to some commercial site, I'm going to add a no follow. So when I click here, one, I'm going to open a new window so people stay on my website, and then two, I'm going to add no follow because it's a commercial website, and so I'm not trying to have Google follow that website out, because it also hurts their page rankings. Now, if I have a relevant site and I'm linking to another relevant site, and they're aware of it and they want me to do that, then I would take off the no follow. If it was like some .org or some website relevant to my website, then I'd probably do that. Another thing here is a medium. If I want to make that button just a little bit bigger, and let's see, maybe I want some space in between some of these, so I could add a spacer, and then I could just drag it down a little bit more. If I want to add some blog posts, I can add in some blog posts. And so these are the default blog posts, but if I want to add different kind of blog posts, I can come up here, hit the plus sign, and then I could pick something like, let's see, free blocks, and I think they got posts in here somewhere. Let me see, where are the posts? It might say news or something. Let me just go from the top down. I know it's in here. You probably already see it before I do. I don't see it in here. Let me check. All right, let's try this again. Blocks. And I think it's called archive, actually. Archive right here. All right, and so then I just want to find one that I like. I'm going to delete it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go ahead and insert this one. All right, and then so that installed this blog format. And then I don't like it, and you see what it did in this particular thing, changed everything on my page. I'm not happy about that. So what I can do is, if I make that mistake, I can come down here and click on history, and then I can go back to the way I had it. And then I'm going to click on this again and see if there was archives in here. Well, I'm surprised. I think it used to be in this thing, but it is missing. I'm going to hit a refresh real quick. All right, now I'm going to hit my plus sign. Okay, let me come over here and hit plus sign up here. All right, you notice my elements kit is missing from here for some reason. So that's the thing that happens sometimes. Some things just go wrong on you. So I'm going to hit update. Now I'm going to hit refresh again and see if I can bring it back. All right, so no worries. Okay, so anyways, we got the blog post in here, but with the other elements that we have, and we could do posts and see if we can have an option here to add a different kind of post. Let's try it right here. See, here's element kit. So even though it wasn't over here, that EKIT is it also. So I can come over here and add it, and then you get a different style, and then you can change it from block to grid with thumb or grid without thumb. I like grid with thumb, and then you can change lots of different things about it, and you could put in the categories if you want, which category you want this to pull from, if you want it for certain pages. Here you got metadata, so you can show your metadata on here. So maybe I'll show a date. Got floating dates, got two different styles, and then we can show the category. Up here is the category. Read more. I mean, there's lots of things, and then you can style it. If you don't like the colors that's in here, you can come down here and change all the colors if you want to. So I mean, I could change this to blue if I want, and you can see the font changes to blue, and then I just update. And so just play around with it. There's lots and lots of features in here, and we'll go through and discuss different things as we're going along that we may end up using along the way. But there are tons and tons and tons of features, and that's why I install everything I can: essential add-ons, element kits, Envato, Elementor, you know, all the things, so I can use every single feature that if I need it, it's there. So that way, if I have to use something, I know I have it. And those plugins pretty much cover everything you're possibly going to need for your website. Okay, so now I'm going to close out this theme builder, and what you can do is just go over here and then click exit. It'll take us back to the dashboard, and let's see. Next thing up is we're going to install a web design template now. So a template that we'll use for our website. So I'm going to go up to elements. Let's see, we're at almost 20 minutes for this video, so I think I'm going to save it for the next video. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and then we'll continue on the next one, because I'm trying to keep these broken up in segments so I can go back and re-record these videos and make them a little bit better for you as time goes on. So if you would, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me, because you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. These videos are going to webdesignworld.com. It's a completely free community. You go in there, sign up, and all these courses are free. It's just like going to courses like Udemy or any of those popular websites out there, except the only difference is I'm allowing you to access this for free, and you can save your work. So as you're going through and working yourself through the videos, if you can't do it all in one day, it'll save your progress for you, so you can just go back. And then there'll be blogs, there'll be a community of people helping each other out. When you got questions, you can go in there and ask questions, and everybody that goes in there is just for that community, just for doing web design, keeping your website running. You know, whether or not you're going to be a professional web designer and run your own business, or if you're just doing it for your personal business that you have. And that's the main thing it's for, is to help people build websites without knowing how to code and do things on their own. So I appreciate you watching the video. Again, hit that like and subscribe, helps me a lot, and I will talk to you on the next one. Okay, we're moving right along. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to install our WordPress template, our Elementor template kit. Now there's a difference between a theme and a template kit. A template kit kind of installs all the components that you need to make your website. It just basically, your website already looks the way you want it to look. You just got to change out the images and content and things like that, versus a theme, which just kind of gives you a generalized feel, like a fonts. The fonts would be a certain way, colors, color schemes, things like that. But with the template kit, we can override a lot of that, and then you could just kind of think of a theme as just the baseline for the template kit. Okay, so to install our template kit, you should already have Envato elements installed. And so what you'll do is you'll scroll over that and you go to the template kits. And then since we're doing a web design tutorial website, we can just go and scroll over categories, and we'll do creative and design. And then I just want to find a template that kind of goes with my logo. And So I like this one right here, so we'll just go ahead and click preview. And so looks decent. Got some good sized font in it, some movement, got a common theme going on here, which I could see myself replacing some of these with some Lottie files that gives it a little bit more movement. And I think my logo will go fine with this. And the other thing we're going to do as well after we install this, we're also going to, if we have time in this video segment, we're going to upload the logo and install or create a favicon or a favicon. I'm not sure how you say it, but basically replaces this little WordPress logo with your own logo icon. All right, so let's go ahead and install this kit. So I'm going to click Install Kit, and then I'm going to click View Kit. And then right away when you install it, it tells you, attention, there's 2 requirements that need installing for this template kit to work. So we'll just click over here on Install Requirements. It's going to install a Met form, which I probably won't use, but we'll just install it anyways. And then it's going to install a theme swap. Now the reason I say I probably won't use it because Elementor already comes with a form built in, and I'll probably just use that form. I prefer it. And this is just one extra plugin, so I'm not going to, actually I'm just going to uncheck this, and you can do the same thing. And then plug in themes, flat, add-ons for Elementor, which I will go ahead and install that. Alright, then we're going to hit close, and then you can just ignore this. It's going to stay up there regardless. And then we'll go scroll up, and one thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and import the global kit styles, which is like fonts and things like that. So we got that, and so that's installed. Then you're going to go over, we're going to go to appearance and customize. So I'm going to right click, open and link a new tab. And this is going to open up our theme, not our template kit, but our theme. And notice this is stuff from earlier video, which we will delete here shortly. And I'm going to go to site identity, and then I'm going to select my logo. I'm going to upload the logo. I already have a logo installed here, uploaded, but let's just go upload it anyways. Go over here, and then on my desktop and images, there's my logo. And I'm just going to name it Web Design Logo. And then I'm going to copy that and paste it in my text and my description. Hit select. I'm going to skip cropping. Now we need to create our site icon, which again replaces this WordPress. And one I like to use, and go over here, you can come down here and type favicon generator, and then right here is the one I use, favicon.io. And I need to modify my logo though before I actually upload it. So I'm going to come over here again, and in a great online Adobe Photoshop style editor is called Photopea. And so I'm going to go in here. This is a free online editor, so you can edit pretty much anything you got. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to drag that file. So I'm going to go to desktop, open this up, go to images, and just drag this over here for me. And then I'm going to crop it. So I'm just wanting to show this part right here, and I'm going to hit the check mark, and then I'm going to do a file, export as, and I'm going to export as a PNG so the background stays like it is with nothing in the background. Hit save. Alright, because I don't have this browser configured, it went to my download section, so I'm just going to go and open up the folder, and I'm going to cut it and put it over in my desktop in my images. Not going to do that. I'm not going to copy over it, so let me just go back over again, and I'm going to rename it right here, favicon. Now I'm going to cut it and go back to my desktop, images. Alright, so now I got that saved. Now I can close this and come back over to my generator. I'm going to close that ad. I'm going to click right here, and then I'm going to click in here to upload. there's the file I want to upload. You can see it's already created it. Now I'm going to download it. Open this again, Control X, and come back in here into images, Control V to paste. Then I'm going to extract it to that folder. And then in here, I'm going to upload the biggest one. So I'm just going to name this, rename it. Now I can close this and come back over, select the icon, upload, come into this folder and get the one that I just renamed. And you can put text in there if you want. I'm just going to leave it like that. And there you go. So now you can see the icon has changed. Now I'm going to publish. And then I can just close out this way if I want to. And then that's it. So that is done there. We've installed the kit. Next thing we need to do is go over, and we have time. Try to keep this video around 15 minutes. So we've already done installed the kit. We've done the logo. Now let's go ahead and see if we can do the header. We can go ahead and install the header. To do that, we're going to go to the template, theme builder. I'm going to open that in a new tab so I can keep my dashboard open. And here's a header. So let's just go to header first. This is the one we did earlier. We can just go ahead and edit it. First, before I do that, let's just rename it and just call it header. No, looks like it didn't let me do that. Let's just do website header and see if it likes that. All right, for whatever reason it does not. I'm just going to delete it then. And we're going to create a new one. So we're going to add new. I'm going to close this out. What we're looking for our template kits, you have to use Envato, which is this logo right here. So I'm going to click on that. We've got installed kit, so we're going to click this. I'm going to say insert template for the global styles, and then I'm going to come click on it again. And now I'm going to go and look for the header that I want. So you just scroll down, you're reading the names, and you're looking for header. So right here is the header. I'm going to click insert template. All right, the template is installed, but I want my logo right here instead of that. So I'm going to click these little square icons here, drag over my logo. Then I'm going to right click on that pencil icon and select delete. So now I've got this installed. And then, so everything's almost matches with my logo just about. So I'm happy with the way it looks. Let's go ahead, and in order to check your responsive mode, you come down here to the bottom and you're going to click on this icon and it's going to give you options. So we're going to check and see how it looks in tablet view. So in tablet view, you can see this is kind of grayed out. So it's going to get rid of the get the quote and the icon there. Here's your mobile menu. Everything looks good. We need to go ahead and change out that logo there. So we're going to come over here on the choose mobile menu logo. We're going to select our logo right here. And not that one. I'm looking at the names, see which one. Okay, this is one we did earlier. I'm going to delete that permanently. So this is the logo that we want. I'm going to hit select. All right, so that's there. So now let's click this and see if everything's good. So everything looks good. Next, we're going to go to mobile view. So again, got our logo here and our icon here. So we're going to click on this. All right, everything's like it should. Close that out and go back to desktop view, and everything is good. Now we're going to publish, add conditions, and we want it for the entire site. Only time you would change this is if there's a different header that you're using and you don't want it, like maybe you want one on your home page but you got something different on your inner pages. And an example of that would be like maybe you made some hyperlinks, or they're called anchors, and you created some anchors and you click on your menu and it just automatically goes to a certain section on your home page. But then when you get to your inner pages, maybe you want a different kind of header, because when they click on that link, now it's not going to just go straight down there to that home page area. But if you want it to go to that home page area, you need an actual link that basically it goes to the home page and then automatically goes down to that area where you had that anchor. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit save and close now. This is done, so then we can come up here and we'll click exit. It takes us back to the dashboard. And that's our header. We got about 4 more minutes, so let's go ahead and do a footer. So we'll go to templates, theme builder, click on footer. I'm going to add new, close this. Down here at the bottom with our footer, we're going to click on the Envato elements, go into the kit, and we know the footer was down at the bottom. Right here it is. Going to insert. And it's taking a little bit longer for this one to install. Just give it a second. Okay, so we got the footer now. I think right here there was a form field for a newsletter, so we can just do a form. So I'll come up here and search for form. I'm going to add it right there, but I'm going to get rid of this and this. We just want email. So we have that in there. And then now we need to change the button style. And then we come down here to button and let's see, background color. Okay, let's see, white. And then I don't know if I like white or not. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy this. Let's see what our template look like. So I'm gonna copy all that up to WP admin, come back in here and paste. Come back over my dashboard. This is why I said I like to keep the dashboard open too, so I can come back. So then I'm going to go to Envato Elements, Installed Kits, or actually I'm going to go to Template Kits, and then I'm going to type in the template that we used so I can open up a preview mode, and I'm just going to keep that open so I can reflect back to it every once in a while. So I'm going to go down to the footer, and so this footer had, you know, this pinkish looking button inside, which I'm not going to do on the inside one, not right now. But I am going to modify the button to match those colors. So let's see, what I can do is I need to figure out what color. I think it might already be installed. Let's see if the color is already in there. Let's go and look and see. Yeah, right here. So let's make it that. And then let's see if there was a hover effect. So it hovered to blue. And so the hover, and change that to the primary, and let me just double check one more time. So blue and white. So I got blue and white right there. I feel like I need a border around it a little bit. I don't like how it looks. So let me go back to normal, and let's see, what am I looking for? Try hover again. And let's see, here's, all right, let's do solid. Let's for the border, take that out, and let's see, let's do a 1. All right, and then let's see. All right, so now I got a little bit of border, and then for the border color, I'm going to use that pink or whatever color that was. All right, so now I got something going on here, and I'm happy with that. Oh, I see a little label right there. I don't want that label showing there, so let's go to the email and label. I'm going to take off and show and leave it right there. And that's it. So then I can go ahead and let's look at it in our mobile view now. There's a tablet form, looks okay. All right, and then mobile, everything sized down. And if you click right here, just show you, you can see this little icon. This means because I'm in this mobile view, it shows that little icon. So what I do here is not going to be the same as right here. See, it's not centered, so I could center that as well. And then if I come to desktop, it won't need to be centered because it might not make sense for this particular view. And that's how you do that. All right, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to publish it, add condition, entire site, save and close. And then I will exit. And that's it. That's it for this segment of the video. On the next one, we will go ahead and create our home page and start editing that. And so if you would hit that like and subscribe as I add videos, you'll get notified. Also, again, go over to webdesignworld.com where you can actually create a profile on that site, and there's courses on there where you can save your work, just like being on Udemy, except it's 100% free. I don't charge at all, and you can interact with the community members. That's where I would be if you posted something or contacted me through there. That's where I would answer your questions at. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to re-record these and make them a lot better, more polished or whatever, but if I just take forever and do the research, I'm never going to get these videos done. So you can expect better videos in the future. All right, thank you. Okay, in the last video we installed our template, our WordPress template. We installed the header and the footer. So in this one we're actually going to go to pages and we're going to work on our home page. So we're going to scroll down, and then I'm just going to right click and open this in a new tab because I always like keeping my dashboard open over here. And then I'm going to the home page, and the first thing I'm going to do is just create or click on edit with Elementor. And this is going to open up my file editor in Elementor. So you can see we already have our header that we installed, and then here we have our footer. So we're going to click on this Envato elements, go to our installed template, our template kit, and then we're looking for the home page. So we're going to scroll down until we find the home page template. So right here it is. I'm going to insert template. Okay, so the template is now installed. Everything's there like it should be, all the moving parts, everything looks good. And we'll just go up here. So you see this home, this title. We're going to go down here to the settings, and then we're going to hide title. So we'll turn that off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the top, click these little 4 boxes right here, and then I'm going to click on SEO. This SEO is the same thing that the plugin we installed, which is called Rank Math. So we want to edit this. This is our home page. This is how it's going to look when people search for your website. So we're going to click edit snippet, and for this website, this is going to be about website design tutorial. Basically is what this site's going to be about. So I like to use ChatGPT, and I'll say, give me a keyword optimized website title, limit to 60 characters, about web design tutorials, and then we'll just wait and see what happens. Alright, so web design mastery tutorials for all skill levels. So I'm going to copy that, and I'll come in here and paste it, and then this is what it'll look like. I'm at 50 of 60. So I'm going to change this, and since I'm talking about tutorials, I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to take this out and put it here, because I'm going to use my keyword. It's going to be web design tutorials. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that because that's going to be my keyword. And then we need to also do a description. So now I'm going to say write 160 characters of a keyword optimized description about web design tutorials. We'll see what we get. So then I'm going to copy that and paste this in here. Oops, I'm going to right click and paste plain text because that's how I like to paste. Master web design tutorials, because we want our keyword to be in there. So our keyword, a key phrase with our comprehensive courses, we'll say. Deal for beginners to pros, learn HTML, blah, blah, blah. And okay, I'm fine with that. And then I'll close this. So I'm at 20 right now because 20 of 100 on my score. Remember, we want to get between 70 and 90. You're never going to get 100 because you have to like pay to upgrade to pro to get all their other stuff. So right here, I'm going to put in web design tutorials. Enter. That's going to knock me up to 71 because it's counting that I have it in my title, I have it in my description, and then I have it in my keywords. Okay, next word, focus keyword does not appear at the beginning of your content. So I'm going to say, so this is my H6 tag, and here's a H1 tag. So web design tutorials for everyone. And here I'm going to say no coding required. Now come back and look at my score. I'm at 71. We got all these boxes checked. Next is focus keyword not found in your subheadings like H2, H3. Alright, so I'm going to scroll down. And let's see. Oops. Let's see. Tutorial courses. Learn web design without coding today. And come back. Hold on. First, I want to check and see what we are here, and I'm going to make this a H2 tag. And then I'm going to come over to style because I want it back at the color that was there, and say primary. So we match up here. And I'm going to come look at SEO, see what that did. Bought this up to 78. And I haven't even added content on here, and then that's how well we're doing here with our SEO scoring. So we'll get there eventually. All right, focus keyword, web design tutorials. Hold on, let me come back over here. See, web design tutorials. Course list. Alright, and let's see now. There we go. We just went up to 81 and we turned green, so that's good. Okay, next is keyword density. We'll work on that. Couldn't find any internal links. Okay, so an internal link right here. I can just come down and let's see, read more and put /contact. Takes care of the internal link for me. Okay, and then it's going to also want an external link. So over here in this content, I can just first let's just say course list, and so we'll come chat GPT, provide a list of web design courses, and then this will give me a list of things I can put in here for me. And as you can see with ChatGPT, this is the paid subscription, and it'll actually look up on the internet, whereas the other one, the free version, which you can still use, doesn't do that, and it's probably not as good. So this isn't giving me what I want. It's telling me some websites to go to for it, but it's not giving me what I want. So I'm going to hit stop on this, and I'm going to come back up here and and then I'm going to say, I have to reword it. So I'm going to say, provide a list of web design courses to be given on a website design. And I don't know, say, actually provide a list of lessons for a web design course. So this might be better. HTML basics, CSS fundamentals. I'm gonna hit pause, let this thing run, and then I'll unpause it. All right, so we got a list here now of some possible courses and then the lesson plan basically. So we can say HTML basics, come over here, and I can say learn, and then I'm going to paste that in, learn HTML basics through our web design tutorials with easy login today to get started. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say HTML basics. And what I'm really looking for is, okay, so W3 Schools is a pretty good one. So I'm just going to right click, copy the link, come back over, and I'm going to highlight this, and then I'm going to put this external link. I'm going to come over here and say open in a new tab, and it's related to my website. So remember what I said in earlier videos, if it's unrelated to your site, you can add a no follow. If it's like some other big .com site and it's going to bring their rankings down, you also want to add a no follow. So since this page is going to be related to the page I'm linking to, it's okay to leave that as is without the no follow check mark. So I'm going to hit update, and then I'm going to come back over to SEO, and now I'm at 91. So I'm doing good, and I'm done with the SEO part. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I think you get the gist of it on how easy it is to get your page optimized so it can rank. All right, so now I want to look at what I have here. So what I don't like, I'm not a fan of this gray font. I like my font to be, black, so that way I can see it easier on the screen. So I'm going to hit update real quick on the page. Then I'm going to go to site settings, global fonts. I believe actually I got to go global colors. So we'll go back, and then I'm going to go to global colors. And then for my text right here, I'm going to change that to black. Okay. And then let's see, here's the fonts again. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do an update real quick so you can see the font is black. Hit update again because it didn't stay. All right, and then I still don't like the size of the font, so I'm going to come over here to text. Oh, it looks like it never. Oh, because we installed a new template. I'm trying to decide. For now, I'm going to go 20 on the pixels, and okay, so that's good. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to hit the little X here to go back to the theme builder for the home page. Okay, so let's go over here, style, typography, hit reset. Still not getting what I want, so I'm going to site settings. And here I'm going to go to my H1, or not my H1, my title and other stuff. So let's see, I'm looking for text. Right here is my body. I'm going to hit that drop down there. I'm going to hit reset on it. See, it just changed, and then I'm going to go back in here again. So now we got it the way I want it. So sometimes you just got to work around some other things in here every once in a while. So I did it in one part, but I also needed to do it right here. So now I've got it the way I want it, and I can go ahead and close this out. All right, so we've done that. Next thing you can do is you just go down and edit the text. So I'm not going to go in and just edit all this text because this website's just for demo purposes, but you can see now maybe I want to add a Lottie file here, so I can go over and I can come in here and I can type Lottie, I believe, and then I can just drag it over into this spot. Problem is I don't have what I want from here. Now I can go here and get some free ones. So, but another way to do it in here to get around all that, so I'm just going to go here and I'm going to click on the Elements Kit icon, and then I'm going to look for Lottie somewhere in here. I hate that they don't alphabetize their stuff on here. I wish they did. It'd be easier for me to find what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to get this one right here. I'm going to click insert. Now I have that there. I don't want this header, but I want that Lottie file. And all I'm going to do is click on the pencil icon and drag it down to right here. And then I'm going to right click on this and delete it. And I'm going to come back up here and click on this X to get rid of that header. And now I have some movement in here that I like in my header. So that's some things you can do with that. Maybe you don't like the background colors. You can always click on style, and then I think it's actually a hover. So right here you can see the style. Maybe I want like a Maybe I want, no, I don't want that pink. Let's see. Maybe I want a darker gray. So now I hit that. Now I say I want to change it for all of these, and I don't have to do what I just did. All I gotta do is right click on this pencil, copy, and then I just come into each one, paste style, right click, paste style, right click, and paste style. So now I have all of them doing the same thing. Okay. Here's a button. There's some buttons in here. You can do whatever you want, link to stuff. Here's a list. If I want to add more list items, I can just hit this copy button and then change whatever it says on there if I want to. Maybe I'll add a 1 right here or something. Just change it. Alright. Now let's go down to the bottom, and then here's just a price list. So you can tell they did all this into a column, and then they just added all the text boxes for each one of them. Alright, so now let's go preview what was here. Let's see, it looks like possibly the testimonials. Adjusted by, okay. So the testimonials are missing, so let's just go and do a search for testimonials. Add them over, and for whatever reason those testimonials are not allowing me to put in here. So what I'm going to do is click and do 2 columns, and I'm going to drag my testimonials in here, and then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to drag this down. Alright, it's not behaving for me. Let's just paste, right click on there and paste. Okay, so we got that, and then let's see what we got here. Copy and paste. And we're going to try and drag this above right here. And let's see if we can bring this in to about this right there. And then copy. So basically I'm just copying. Sometimes you just never know. There could be a glitch with some of this stuff, so you just got to move it around to where you want. Alright, so that there I'm not even going to worry about. I'm going to get rid of that. And then we'll just get rid of this altogether. And then we got our testimonials. And then of course you can go in here and type, and there's other testimonials if you don't like those. So just check out some of the other ones they have. You may find one that is more to your liking than what's in there. Here's a carousel one. And I probably like that better, so I'll just delete this and delete this. Alright, and then there's your testimonials, and got the carousel effect and everything. So now I'm going to click update. You want to click update before you get out of here. And then one other thing you might want to do as well is you're going to go up to the top, and then we're going to hit our mobile. So every page you do, you kind of want to have a habit of looking at your mobile view. So first we'll do tablet. And so we already tested our header when we were working on the header. So we're just going to scroll down. This guy here is kind of down here. I want to move him up. So we go to, first we click on the pencil icon, then we go over to advanced. And I'm going to take this off and this off. So that took care of getting them up there a little bit. And then you just got to play around with it. So you can either go down or up. So you see that didn't do anything. So then I can go up and see what that does. So that's going to take it up for me. And then you can just put it where you think you need it. So roughly about center right there. And let's go down, look at everything else, see how it all looks. And everything looks okay to me. Alright, same thing with mobile view. Let's go look at that. And go back to the top. Go down. And that's pretty much what you do. So then we just go back to desktop view, and then we'll click update now that we've got it how we want it. and then we go to file, and or not file, but this little thing right here, this little icon, and then exit, which will take us back to the dashboard. And then we're going to go to our other pages, and we're just going to go in real quick and add all these other pages for us. We're not going to edit them until we get to the contact page. We'll talk about the contact form. So I'm going to open the about. So I just hold down my control key and click here, but you can right click, open new link. Then we're going to edit with Elementor. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the text. This is what we put in here from an earlier class, earlier lesson. So I'm going to delete all that, and then I'm going to hit update real quick before I edit with Elementor. Now I'm going to edit with Elementor. Then we're going to go to Envato Elements, go into the kit, find an about page, insert. Alright, about page is installed. We're not going to edit anything on here this time around, so we already did that on the home page, and it should give you a decent understanding on how to edit your page. And so we're going to hit update on this, then we'll close this. Alright, and let's see, we've got services page, I believe, so we're going to come down to services. Alright, click open a new tab. Then we're going to edit with Elementor. Come over here. Scroll down, look for services. Insert. Alright, our service is installed. One thing I didn't do on that last page I should have done was remember to get rid of that title. So we'll get rid of that title. Scroll down, everything's installed, looks correct. We hit update. Then we can just close that, come back over here. Let's see, let's do our news. For the news page, that's a little bit different. So the news page, we're not going to go straight in here. For the news page, we're going to go to templates and theme builder. Because the news page is your archive. So what we want to do is come over here and click on archive, add new. And we're going to close this, and we're going to click on the Envato elements. Go in here, and then we're looking for archive. Which I didn't see one, so let me see. This one may not have a blog format for this. So this one, I guess, was never intended to have a blog. But that's okay. We can install one from one of the other templates. I just want to check. Alright, so this one doesn't have a blog format. We can go, so we'll close that, and then we'll go into here, into the Elementor library, and it's got archives, so it's got a basic blog template here. So we're just going to insert that, hit apply. Okay, so we got this installed. So here's a blog archive, so it's going to be all your blogs, and it's basically a template that was, so we may want to modify this slightly. And one way to do this is we want to kind of keep within our theme of what we got with the other pages. So what we're going to do is go back to our dashboard, and then we're going to right click, open a new tab up here, and that's going to open up our website. And now I'm just going to go to like the about page, one of our inner pages, and I'm going to click edit with Elementor, which is good because I wanted to get rid of that site title there. Then I'm going to click settings, and then I'm going to hide that title. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click right here and copy, and then I'm going to come back over to my blog, and I'm going to click this plus button right here so I get a space where I can add other stuff. And I'm going to right click and paste, and then I'm going to get rid of this. And for right here, I'm just going to call this latest news. And then right here, I can edit this and just call it news. All right, and then I'm going to come back and look and see if there's anything else I really want to add. and probably not. So I'm gonna come back and just look over this. I don't like how long these little titles are, so I'm going to, or the excerpt, the content. So let's just see if we can play around with that and bring it down a little bit more. Oh, that's the title expert, so I'm in the wrong place anyway. So we're looking for content. Alright, so for whatever reason I can't get the expert to go down just a little bit, so I'm not going to keep this one. I'm going to delete it and find me a different one that I like a little bit better, that actually does what I'm telling it to do. So I'm going to go to posts, and I'm going to pull this one right here in. Alright, so now I need to style it, and post per page I'm going to say 9 because it's our archive, so I want to have several on here. Columns, I'm going to say I want 3 columns like that. Yep. And so you go back to query. Categories, I don't need to add that at all. Order by dates, okay. Okay, then excerpt length, I'm going to say 20. Reduce it down so you can see that it actually changes. So what we want. And let's see what else we got here. Metadata, I'm going to show it. I don't need to show the author. I don't need to show the category. I think I'll leave the, actually I don't even think I'll leave comments on there. To go, if we're not going to have comments on our website unless we have a member site. I mean, you can have comments, but you're going to get a lot of spam, so I always disable mine. Okay, and let's see the scroll over. Alright, and if I want to, I can go up to style, and let's see the read more for the button right here. And I can go to hover, and I can change that to the primary color for the hover. Alright, and then maybe I also want to change the title to have it change as well when I hover over it. So I'm also going to do primary. Okay, alright, so got that set up. And so in case I have more than what I have right now, I want to have the ability to have them to go to different pages on here. So I'm going to put pagination or pagination, whatever you want to call it. So now we got that, so it go to different pages. Alright, and then we added our header, so now I can go publish and add condition. Now here you don't want to say all archives, because if you install like a forum or some other plugin that has archives, it's gonna go there. So you want to say post archives. Now I can hit save and close. And then I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to go to site settings, not site settings, theme builder, because we also need to build a single blog. We built our archive. We need to build a single page blog. So we're going to go to single post, which is different than single page. So we're going to go to single post, add new. And then right here, they give us a format already, so we're just going to insert one of these, hit apply. And I'm only doing that because we don't have one with the kit that we had, so it didn't come with the blog. So here's the blog, related posts are in here, join our newsletter. The only thing we don't have is we need to modify the header, so we're going to come back over here again like before, right click and copy. Come over here to, over this one, then hit the plus sign, right click and paste. And then instead of about us, because this is a single post, we're going to pull in, this is called the post title, so it changes based on the title itself. And I don't know why it will not let me drag in here. So let's just go to post title and drag it over here. And this one here, I am going to delete. I'm going to try to drag this up. Here we go. Now we got it. And we'll put this, I think I'm going to put this, now I'm going to put it right here. Yep, not what I was trying to do. Alright, I don't know what's doing that. Let's do this. Paste. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to delete these for some reason. You can hold down your control. If you click here and hold down your control key, you can delete two at the same time, but I actually don't need that because I just deleted one, so I'm just going to delete this one right here. I think I'm going to center that. I'm going to get rid of the About Us. And then right here, I'm not sure if I want to, what I want to do on that spot. Because this is not dynamic, means we actually put it in there. So I think I'm just going to get rid of this altogether from my single post. And then I'm going to get rid of that. All right, so now we've got our title and some metadata. Excuse me. And then we'll just scroll down, and now I'm going to publish this, add condition, all singular. I want it to be all singular posts. Oh, let me see. All right, it's not archived, so that should be good. So let's go save all, or save. And then now I can go ahead and exit back to my dashboard. And then now I'm going to go over to pages again. We've done home services, about, news, and now we need to do contact. So that's our last page we got to do for this segment of the video. All right, so we opened up contact. So I went to pages, opened up contact, and I'm going to edit with Elementor. Going to get rid of the title, and then I'm going to click on Envato elements, click here, looking for a contact page. I probably went right on by it, I guess. Here it is, insert template. Okay, so we got that all set up. So we're missing the form here. We can kind of preview and go over to the contact page on the template and just see how they had it set up. So right there, now we're going to go, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to type form, drag it over, and we kind of want to make it look similar. So they don't have labels, so we're going to get rid of the labels. Have your name, email, phone. So name, we're going to make it 50%, and then email is going to be 50%. It's going to bring it up to that same line. All right, phone and subject. So there you have, okay, they don't have phones, so we're going to add an item. We're going to tell it telephone, and then label, which isn't going to show, and then placeholder is going to show, and it's going to be 50%. And then we're going to add another item, and then we can leave that as text, subject, and then subject 50%. We're going to drag this above, same thing here. All right, and then they have message, which is 100% on the bottom. That's what we got. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. Let's go back and look at theirs. Theirs is kind of centered, so maybe we want to try to do that as well. Let's see. Let's just update first. I want to see how it looks real quick. Actually, let's just move this so we can kind of see what the whole page looks like and see what we got going on over here. Okay. Bring this back out. Let's just drag this a little bit here. And let's see, vertical, come down to the middle. All right, I think that looks good. All right, and then one more thing on the forms is you click on there and then you scroll down here for email. So I have my little spam email up here, and that's all you gotta do is just put that in, and then also come down here and you can put the from and the reply to, and then you may want to change the subject message that you're going to receive, so we could just see from web tutorial contact page, something like that. And then you can have like a different one for each page, so you can, if you got different forms, you can kind of keep up where things are coming from. All right, and then we're going to click update, and that is it. That's all we're going to update on here. So that's everything. So that's just basically how you edit your website and get your page up and running and stuff. So we got some other things we're going to do. So in the next video, this video is done, but in the next video, we're just going to talk about submitting your website to Google and Bing, and just getting your website indexed in search engines, Google Analytics, things that you need to do beyond just getting your website created and getting found in the search engines, and how to, you know, keep your website updated and things like that. So I appreciate everybody watching this video. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. It helps me a lot. I've made these videos in sections so that way I can go back and, you know, make better videos as we go. So I hope you like it, and go over to webdesignworld.com. Make sure you sign up. I have a Udemy style course installed over there so you can save your work. It's 100% free. You don't got to pay for anything. It's also a community, so that way members can interact with each other and help each other out. And that's where you can also ask me questions and get assistance as well. All right, have a good day.